For my audience feedback, I used an online website called freeonlinesurveys.com that allows you to create a survey and send it out to people that you wish to. It'll let you keep it for up to 10 days and gives you various different tools to analyse the data that you've collected. I created 11 different questions which I believe would help me efficiently and effectively evaluate my music video, digipack and magazine advertisement. The questions were: 1. Who do you think this music video would appeal to? 2. If you have watched rap hip-hop videos before, then do you believe mine follows the same codes and conventions? 3. What do you think I could have done better? 4. What overall score would you give my music video out of 5? 5. Is there any part of my music video you particularly enjoyed? 6. Do you think that my digipack looks professional? 7. Do you have a favourite part of my digipack? 8. What do you think I could do to improve my digipack? 9. Do you think that my magazine advert looks professional? 10. Do you have a favourite part of my magazine advert? And 11. What do you think I could do to improve my magazine advert? To get some feedback from my online survey, I sent out various emails to different people. I shared the survey link on Facebook and Twitter and pretty much sent it out to as many different people as I could in order to get some feedback, which would be from a range of different age groups and male and sexes, which I believe in the end was successful, as I got 14 replies. One of the tools that this online survey website allows you to utilise is the ability to see where people have been responding to your survey from across the world. All of mine were from the UK, as I don't know many people outside of the country. I'm going to give a reaction to each question as a whole, depending on which boxes have been selected and what the general feedback was, and then sum the whole survey up at the end. The feedback for question 1 was generally as expected. Males was ticked every single time, and an age range of mainly 10 to 30 was selected, which also fits with what I'd anticipated at the start. For question 2 was yes every single time. And 3 largely mentioned the lip syncing and the brick background, which I agreed with, and particularly found lip syncing quite difficult because at times the artist wasn't always in time with the actual tune, so we would have to slow down or speed up the actual clip. With the brick background, we could have got a better background that looks more realistic. Question 4, the general response was either a rating of 3 or 4, which, considering the equipment I had available, I think is a pretty good score. For question 5, a lot of people responded by saying they enjoyed the different scenes that we used in the video, and also the way that there was a lot of jump cut. For question 6, there was mixed reviews. There was pretty much half and half of yes and no, which I also agreed with because I thought that certain aspects worked well and certain aspects didn't work as well, which I struggled with. I believe that certain parts, such as the professionalism of the pictures and the cropping, could have probably been improved. For question 7, the main feedback I received was that the front cover is simple and to the point, which is consistent throughout as well, which people responding to this questionnaire seemed to like, and it was definitely something that I tried to implement when making the digipack. For question 8, a lot of people said that I could have improved the side images, which I agree with. As I mentioned for question 6, the cropping probably isn't as good as it could have been, and the quality of the image probably could have been improved as well. Some people said that there could have been more on the front cover, which I do agree with to a certain extent, but part of making my digipack for me was keeping consistency, which was a simple and to the point digipack. For question 9 again was mixed reviews. I also agreed with this again because I didn't think the main title of the magazine advert particularly looked professional. It was something that I struggled to change though, and as shown in my coursework, I did look at different options as to fonts and ways that I could have changed this, but in the end the option I chose I felt was the best one I could have. For question 10, some of the comments were the colour scheme fits the genre of music quite well, which I had intended on doing. Dark colours, reds, mixed together, created quite a male predominantly theme. Other feedback also included that people liked the Facebook and Twitter icons, which allowed, obviously, if it was real, the readers to connect to the artist, and this would also allow the artist to promote any upcoming events or products they have to sell. They also liked the facial expressions of the actor that I used. They believed that this was fitting for the song and the video. For question 11, one of the main responses to come back was that the actor could have maybe dressed more appropriately. He was in a suit, which I intended to come across as, since the name of the song Try Stop This, and it was about ambition. I thought that being smartly dressed would match the main theme of the song, so I actually disagree with that comment. When it's looked into more, I think they probably would have understood it if I had explained to them personally. Another is to make it more colourful and use the fonts better. As I said, this is something that I explored. However, to keep consistency with the colour scheme, I had to keep it quite dull, which does fit the male theme, which is something that I intended to do. So I don't really agree with that comment either. But if I was doing it again, then maybe I would have added some more colours in, so it appealed to a wider audience. What I learned from my audience feedback is that some aspects of it, such as the colour scheme being darker to appeal to a male audience, is not always correct for every single person, so maybe adding in little parts so it does reach out to the wider audience should have probably been considered. I believe that overall my project was a success. However, obviously there's different parts to it, such as the images, which maybe could have been improved. But overall, I'm quite pleased with the feedback, as it does fit in probably 90% as to what I expected. I definitely could have improved on some of the things that was being mentioned. I think I would say that most of it was what I already knew though, and was not a case of me not doing it, it was just between one or the other. So again, with the colour scheme, it being darker, I decided that to keep it consistent, I would continue using a dark colour scheme to appeal to my young male audience, rather than adding in the lighter colours, which may have appealed to, say, females, or the older male, or the very young male. But as a whole, I believe that having a strong brand identity is more effective than reaching out to a wider audience, say by adding the lighter colours in every now and again and having different types of images. So I believe that personally, with the equipment available to me and the resources, that actually I did complete my coursework to the best standard possible.